Hello and welcome to ONES tutorial. In this video, we'll look at traditional testing versus Agile testing and explore how to practice Agile testing with ONES. As software development becomes more complex, quality assurance is more important than ever to ensure that the released product is defect-free. Depending on the scope of your project and the role of testers in the development process, you can choose between traditional and Agile testing. Let's look at traditional testing first. Traditional testing is primarily based on pre-organized phases of the software testing lifecycle. Testers follow a tight plan from one step to the next until all defects are fixed. Here are the characteristics of traditional testing. Performed incrementally. Results are not released until all defects in the software have either been resolved or corrected. And the whole process is controlled by a QA manager or project manager. The process appears to be clear and predictable, but this can lead to problems such as the process is not cost and time effective as defects are discovered and fixed at the end of development. There's a lack of communication between the software development and QA teams, which affects the effectiveness of testing. The complete set of requirements must be communicated at the outset, with no chance of change once development has begun. And finally, relying heavily on documentation. Software is constantly being revised in reality, while traditional testing does not support the timely killing of bugs. If something unpredictable happens in the development process, traditional testing may not be able to provide sufficient support. As a result, traditional testing methods are only appropriate when requirements are precise. As IT practices evolve, development teams are beginning to look at another way of testing that's more flexible: Agile testing. Unlike traditional testing, Agile testing is defined by close collaboration between developers and testers, which is a continuous process that improves the development process. Agile testing takes an iterative and incremental approach to software testing. It does not isolate development and testing and ensures that the entire team works together to find bugs and validate the developing product. Characteristics of Agile testing are constant interaction with developers, robust communication with product owners, quality assurance team collaboration, no need for full documentation, and enables fast and high-quality delivery. These result in time and cost-effective ways of testing, while simplifying and shortening the interaction time for more efficient output. Now let's look at the differences between the two testing approaches. Role responsibilities. First, the traditional testing team works independently, whereas the Agile testing team constantly communicates with other teams to validate their testing. Second, the involvement in the software testing process is different. Agile testers will be involved in all the events that the development team attends, including user story breakdowns, requirements analysis meetings, sprint planning meetings, etc., to make sure that they understand each step of development, and write test cases and code. On the other hand, traditional testers start testing towards the end of development. Having looked at traditional versus Agile testing, there's no doubt that Agile testing is a more continuous way to improve your developing products, and choosing the right tool to support the process is extremely important. ONES.com is a great tool for practicing Agile testing. Let's go to ONES now. The first feature used is connection to ONES project. When you go to ONES project and click on the Test Status tab, we can see the linked test plans, results, and test cases. Progress is shown on the bar for the project owner to check. The second feature is test management. You can create a test plan in ONES TestCase. On the test case page, you can execute test case, link to issues, link wiki pages, and report a bug. Third, report a bug to ONES project so that the relevant owner can be notified. Let's go to a failed test. Click plus bug or create bug and link the test result to the bug component in ONES project. The fourth feature is export test reports. You can create a new test report with one click and review the tests to identify areas for improvement. Then, export the report. In conclusion, understanding your type of testing and using the right tool for the job is best practice for a successful testing project. ONES TestCase is undoubtedly the ideal tool for test management. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, reach out to us at support@ones.com.